Hey guys, we're at Eagle Creek Cemetery in Tallapoosa. It's right down the road from Horseshoe Bend Battlefield Park. And we're right here because of one specific reason, and that's the Clark family. And this man right here is William W. Clark Sr. He fought in the Creek War. He settled here, but that's not the only reason that he's notable. He's notable because he's the grandson of Clark, from Lewis and Clark, the grandson of the man that helped map his way across the country with Lewis. So we're here with him. That's his grandson. And then his son is buried right here beside him, his wife, and he had another son back there. But these two both fought, both were veterans, and both fought in the war. And so we're going to do a little walk around the cemetery because there's a lot of graves here from the early and late 1800s. I thought we would look around and see it and then maybe have a talk with him.
All right. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start off with, let's get screen record going. And I think we'll just start off with an just maybe SLS.
Mm-hmm. I can get the spirit talker going and see if there's anything coming up through the spirit talker that wants to talk to us when we're just out here walking around.
All right, yeah.
Let me find my spirit talker here. If there's any spirits that want to talk to us when we're out here, you can use these devices and talk into, or you can show up in front of his.
All right, and there we go. We see Jennifer on the SLS. Again, SLS is just structured light.
And I'm running a spirit talker, and you'll be able to see it pop up on the phone. I'm trying to see if anything's scanning here or not. I see it scanning, so we'll see if anything's going to come through or not.
And one thing we have to keep in mind, guys, if a place is haunted, it's haunted day or night.
Yeah.
So in other words, if there are spirits, the spirits don't, go hiding because it's daytime. Their energy may not be as strong. We may not be able to pick them up, but they're here.
Sorry.
Hey, no, that's okay. Just
that
throw
one
them.
it said tears.
Tears.
Okay, so it's working. Tears. Let's walk around and look.
That can mean so many things here.
Right.
Tears.
Well, this also is where the Trail of Tears started.
That was the first thing that came to my mind when I heard that. But then, of course, there's tears because of the folks that are deceased here.
Right. Look, there's some older graves up here. If you have anything to say, you can say it through the device or show up on his phone. He's got the same kind of device. These have to be some old ones.
Wow.
Born 1890, died 1898. It seems like they had a lot of children die, and these had a lot of children die. In a little grave by the side of the world. Infant.
Come back again.
Come back again. It says, born in death, September 17th, 1880. There's a lot of children. So the little bites, and that's the parents.
Oh, that's
parents.
Travis right there. I hope someone fixes that. Look at that. Someone busted the top of that one in, or it just happened over time, but...
Oh, that's horrible, like this one. This one has a Freemason sign on it. William Bowen.
And that's pretty cool.
Ernest. Is there a man named Ernest around here? This is a Freemason, guys. If you can see that. Bowen. Died 1896.
And I'm gonna give you my beliefs on the Masons. I think that they were the major founding of this country, and I think they're more in line with the people rule and the government takes their orders from the people type. The republic that we are.
Is there someone named Ernest here?
There are demons.
There are demons here. Are there demons here? Let's go look at these. See, this is the way they used to do a lot of the older ones. They're beautiful. You know what?
They are. And you know, I think I might open Spirit Talker too. See if we can maybe get some similar answers or an actual conversation going on Spirit Talker.
So that rest. Let's see what these say right here, guys. Got 18.
Thompson.
Thompson. Sacred Memory. Camellia. Mary James. There's a lot of James.
We're family.
We're family. All of these people here family?
Are most of the people here related in one way or another? I see a lot of the same names though. I mean, even if this is a public cemetery, it looks like it's almost family.
Right. See a lot of the same families.
And I think that's great.
Look at these older ones. I love these older ones. There's a lot of children though that I see. This says, in memory of Martha Shepherd. Wife of J.B. Shepherd died in January 17 something to 1857. Wow.
You're respectful.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm trying to be respectful. Look at this one. This is unique.
That is.
That is beautiful. Look at that.
Vanished.
Wow, guys, look at this.
All right, I got vanished. What vanished?
J.R. Abrams, May of 1972.
Yeah, that is a very unique.
It's beautiful. It looks like iron. Duck, that's another family that's out here. The Duck family, Clark family, Patterson Hall. And a lot of these people were settlers from the old time. There's another one. November 2nd, 1900.
Wow. 1936 to 1920.
Shadows move.
Shadows move around here. Where are there some shadows? Are there some shadows moving around here?
Are you talking about our shadows? It's a sunny day.
The way these graves are built up, it's unique. The way they make them, but you can see where the ground is sinking in.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. It's like this one right here. It's totally caved in. Oh my goodness. Yarborough.
And we'll go back over here and go to the Clark's side of it and look at these little gravestones.
You know, I mean, as I look at these items that are broken and busted, I really and truly hope that this is time that's breaking these and not people being
Coming
vandals.
out here doing it right. And we're heading back over here toward the Clark family.
Hunter.
Hunter.
I'm sure there was a lot of hunters.
Yeah, I am too.
William W. Clark Sr. And that's his wife. That's his son. Elsie is his daughter-in-law. That's his other son. His other son served in the Confederate Army.
Yes, he did.
And then he died in 1917. So he had a lot of
Little boy around you.
What?
Little boy around you.
A little boy. What little boys around us?
How old is the little boy?
Margaret.
Is there a Margaret right here?
I don't
saw a Margaret somewhere.
I don't see a Margaret
I saw a Margaret somewhere.
There.
there, but where? In the car driving out? Is that Margaret?
I saw a Margaret here close somewhere. But it could be any
I don't know, but it was weird. As soon as that car pulled to the edge of the road,
It said
it said
Margaret.
there.
Oh, it said there. But it could be any Margaret.
That could be any Margaret.
Right.
Dorothy.
Dorothy. I only know one Dorothy. And I don't think she's buried here. I'm going to set up a couple of devices for you guys. And all it's going to do is make noise and let us know that you're around us. And what we're going to try to do is talk to anybody at all that was alive during the Creek War, if you remember the Creek War. And we know...
Miscarriage.
Miscarriage.
I'm sure there was a lot
I'm
of
sure there was a lot of miscarriages. But even if you weren't part of the war,
Right.
if you want to come through and talk to us, if you have a story to tell, come through, tell us your story, and we'll share it with the world.
See, and this thing is reading. Let's see what it's reading right now.
That's what I'm saying. Anything you put out, you're going to have to put in the shade if we're going to catch it on camera.
Right. Oh well.
Now, at least that'll make noise.
Morris.
Is there any one person that would like to talk to us?
Do I scare you?
No, you don't scare us, not at all. You could show yourself. Well, here we go. If anyone heard, the REM pod was...
I'm fixing to move the camera back up that way. Now, the REM pod is set up. You see that it just makes noise. It won't bother you. It won't hurt you at all. Yeah, there you go. You can set it off.
No, go away.
We had another name come
Well,
up
we
called
will have to
Morris.
go home in just a little bit, but for right
See?
now, we're going to stay and visit with you for a while, if that's okay.
Who's there touching that?
So who's touching the REM pod? Could you give us your name?
Can you stop touching it for a second? Thank you. Thank you.
Could you tell us if you were born or if you were created?
I'm telling the truth.
What are you telling the truth
It's
about?
unpleasant here.
Why is it unpleasant here? Is there a reason it's unpleasant?
Listen carefully.
We are listening very carefully. You can tell us whatever you'd like. You can speak into this device in my hand, or Jennifer has one just like it in her hand. And
Thank
before we
you.
get started, we don't want to be rude. We didn't introduce ourselves yet. My name is Jay,
And my name is Jennifer.
and we're just here to visit with you. As Jennifer said, if you were in the war of 1812, or if you were involved in the Creek War, we would love for you to come through and tell us your story. But if you were just around that time and you have an interesting story that you would love to share with us, please come through and tell us your story.
Are any members of the Clark family here? I'm gonna try a different one. You got one open.
I have Spirit Talker still open.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry.
No need to be sorry.
Is there anyone from the Clark family here? Yes? Is William Clark here? Right here. He said right here. Is this the same William Clark that served in the Creek War?
No.
Are there members here or people here that were around during the Creek War? Yes. Do you remember the fighting? With the Red Sticks? I think they're talking about it. Do you remember Andrew Johnson? General Coffee?
Or how about General Andrew Jackson?
I'm listening to everything.
That's great. We are
Do
too.
you remember fighting the Red Sticks? Do you remember the Battle of Horseshoe Bend? So do you remember fighting the Red Stick Indians? The Red Stick Native Americans? I know there are members here from different wars. Are there soldiers here from different wars? Are there soldiers here? What war did you fight in? I heard Creek. Did anybody fight in the Civil War? Did anyone fight for the Confederacy? Confederate soldiers here? There is. Is there any member of the Clark family right here with me? If someone's here with
She
me, can they
shouts.
set that wind pot off again? Make it beep?
She does. She wants to make sure that that everyone can hear her.
Can you see me? Are there any members of the Clark family here? Is there anyone that wants to talk to us?
Are there any veterans here from the Great War? And by Great War, I'm talking World War I.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Do you remember fighting in war?
Secret.
There was a lot of secrets during that time, but
Thank you.
thank you. But we are so far past
It's going off
that
again.
time right now that you could tell us those secrets. Those secrets are no longer secrets, and most of the secrets from the Great War are in our history books now.
Who is holding that? Who's holding it? Can you stop?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for listening and showing us that you're there. Is there a war going on right now? Is there a war going on? What war?
Can can you tell me who the President of the United States is?
Who is the president? Thank you. You like playing with that? It gives you energy. You can touch it if it gives you energy. Yeah, to talk. Who is our president right now?
The road.
Yes, there was a car on the road that it was making that noise. That's why we paused a little bit so we could pick up recording without the sound
What
of the
year
car.
is it to you? What year?
What year? Could you talk to me and put that on my device? What year it is?
Do you want to know what year it is? It's 2023. 2023. Yeah. And the South lost the Confederate War. We lost the Civil War. Right, we lost against the North. Did you know that? What do you see there? What is it like where you're at? Did anyone know William Clark Sr.?
Morgue.
Morgue. Yes, he is deceased. We're wanting to know if anyone knew him while he was in life. Or did anyone know his great-grandfather, Lewis Clark? Or Lewis Clark, what am I saying?
Did you know William Clark?
Yeah.
I mean, they had to be proud to come from Clark, from Lewis and Clark. One half of the people who settled who mapped out the land for us. And then I see they were veterans and they fought for our country. Brave, yes.
Yes, they were. They forged the Northwest Passage all the way to the ocean.
Anybody fight alongside him? Yeah. Do you remember the Native Americans in the fight at Horseshoe Bend?
All right, you got another minute on that one.
Okay. We're going to walk around some, guys. Is there anything that you
Living.
want to say to us before we leave?
Yes, we are living.
Yes, we're alive. So you can see us? Are you resting in peace? Okay, guys, rest in peace. And you have to stay here and no one can follow us or attach.
Question.
Ask your question. What is it? No, you can't come with us. You can't follow us. You can't attach to us. You have to stay here.
We're making contact.
Yes, you're making contact with us. Is there anything you would like to say to us
I'm just going to take some
before we close out?
Let me go up here and get these pictures right quick. You can still talk to us when we're walking
Right, you
around.
can still talk to us.
We come in peace, and we're only wanting to hear
Sick.
what you have to say.
I have the sniffles, but I'm not sick.
No, not sick.
And it's kind of cold outside, if you remember from life.
Yeah.
When it's cold, your nose kind of has a tendency to run. And guys at home, if you're seeing anything on my nose, I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep it out the way, but it's probably 50 degrees, if that, outside right now.
This is a very old cemetery.
This is amazingly old.
This is one of this one and the Lebanon one. Eagle Creek and Lebanon is the two oldest cemeteries here in this area. That's just interesting.
I mean, I think when we was up in Connecticut, that was probably the oldest cemetery we were at.
Yes, in the 1700s.
Well, there was some 1600 markers.
I've been
in
here
there.
200 years.
Wow, we're talking about the age of things.
You've been here 200 years. What's your name?
Right. That's interesting.
And you obviously know what the date is.
Yes. Knows time.
Can you feel time? Or do you dwell outside the timeline?
Trapped here.
Why are you trapped here? Father God, if any of these spirits here are trapped against their will and they need to come into the light to see you, Lord, allow that light to open up. Allow the warmth of your love to grab them and allow them to enter the kingdom of heaven. Lord, if there are any spirits here that aren't very nice, please keep them at bay, trap them in place, and allow all the good spirits to go.
Okay, guys, we're going to close up from Eagle Creek Cemetery, and it's a nice, beautiful old cemetery. If you're ever down this way, it'd be worth a visit. It's one of the oldest cemeteries here near where you've been, so you know where it's at. It's called Eagle Creek Cemetery, so check it out.
Facts.
What did it say?
Facts.
Oh, because I was listing facts, right?
Yeah.
All right,
I'm gonna
so-
stop recording.